because we're competitors too. Upping our game day in and day out to be the best doctors for Mid-Missouri athletes. Whether that's competing to be one of 11 orthopedic centers of excellence in the country or cheering alongside the Mizzou Tigers as their team physicians, we've got everything athletes need to be and stay at their best. muhealth.org/sports injury care. Because we're competitors too.
Cavaliers basketball on KWOS.
All right, welcome back to the Fleming Fieldhouse. Kevin Kelly along with David Fox and Tom Kramer. One in the books, 2 more to go. As it was Montgomery County over Capital City. Your final score 64-37 with the victory. Montgomery County moves on to the semifinals of the Joe Monkins Grade 8 Classic, where they will meet Union, Oklahoma. Tomorrow night, that is a scheduled tip-off at 7 o'clock. Final score, Montgomery County over Capital City. The final was 64-37. Let's take a look at the score by quarters. It was Montgomery County outscoring Capital City 14-11 in the first quarter, outscored them 22-3 in the second quarter. The lead was 36-14 in favor of the Wildcats at halftime. In the third quarter, Montgomery County outscored Capital City 21-10. In the fourth quarter, Cavaliers outscoring Montgomery County 13-7. Your final score, Montgomery County 64, Capital City Cavaliers 37. Individual scoring, we'll have that for you after this 1-minute timeout.
'Tis the season for thoughtful gift giving. Your hungry crew is wanting West Main Pizza gift cards in their stockings. They can spend their gift cards on any of their favorite pizzas, sandwiches, appetizers, or salad. They may be tempted to try a new pizza, like West Main Pizza's Queen Margarita or the Alfredo Pizza. Ask West Main Pizza about their text club while you're there. You'll enjoy exclusive specials sent directly to you just for being a member. Find West Main Pizza on Facebook and online at WMPizza.com.
Welcome to the show. You could call it swagger. You could call it a vibe. You could call it confidence. You could call it cool. Or you could call it exactly as it is, Tiger Pride. Show your Mizzou spirit with a Tiger checking card, only from Central Bank. Sign up today at tigerchecking.com. Central Bank, strong roots, endless possibilities. Member FDIC.
The Cavs play here on KWOS.
All right, welcome back to the Fleming Fieldhouse. Kevin Kelly along with Tom Kramer and David Fox. 1 in the books, 2 more to go. Coming up will be Jefferson City against Lausanne out of Memphis, Tennessee. Your final score, Montgomery County over Capital City, 64-37 with the victory. They will move on. The Wildcats will take on Union, Oklahoma in our first semifinal tomorrow night. Scheduled tip-off is 7 o'clock. In the consolation semifinal scheduled for 4 o'clock tomorrow, it will be Capital City taking on Eugene. Let's take a look at individual scoring before we take a break, and then we'll be joined by official Roger McFeeters as we'll talk about the fact that we've got the 35-second shot clock here for the tournament. We'll talk about that and how that all works as far as officiating is concerned. All right, first of all, for the Capital City Cavaliers, they get 11 points tonight from Francis Samuel. He leads them in scoring. And then it was 3 points tonight for Grady Payton. 3 points as well tonight for Jaden Bauman and for Marcus Driver. A number of players with 2 points in the basketball game tonight for the Capital City Cavaliers. Javion Hunter had 2. Pitts with 2 in the basketball game. Hunter with 2. Coates with 2. Dumas with 2. Lawson with 2. Chappell had 2. Samuel with 2. Again, Francis Samuel leads the way with 11 points tonight for the Capital City Cavaliers. For Montgomery County, they were led tonight by Andrew Moore, who finishes with 21 points. Also in double figures tonight was Clayton Parker, as he finishes with 14. Jay Rogers had 8 in the basketball game. Tyler Irwin with 8 in the contest. And Isaiah Thomas finished with 8 in the basketball game. Sean Rogers had 2. 2 as well for Seth Walton. Kemp had the other point tonight for the Montgomery County Wildcats, who now are 11-0 on the season. With the loss, Capital City drops to 3-4 on the season. Once again, your final score: Montgomery County 64, Capital City 37. We are back with our guest after this 1-minute timeout.
Whether it's for normal wear and tear on your car's interior or the dog deciding to chow down on that one cushion of the couch, you need a reliable guy to keep your upholstery intact. That's Bob at Cole County Upholstery. He specializes in automotive, marine, and furniture upholstery projects. And with 40 years of experience, there's no job that he can't handle. So throw Sparky a bone and call Cole County Upholstery for boats, cars, furniture, and more. ColeCountyUpholstery.net.
At MU Healthcare, our sports medicine team knows what it takes to compete because we're competitors too. Upping our game day in and day out to be the best doctors for Mid-Missouri athletes. Whether that's competing to be one of 11 orthopedic centers of excellence in the country or cheering alongside the Mizzou Tigers as their team physicians, we've got everything athletes need to be and stay at their best. MUHealth.org/sportsmedexperts. Because we're competitors too.
This is Jefferson City J basketball on News Radio KWOS.
Welcome back. Tom Kramer along with Kevin Kelly. We're joined by Roger McFeeters. And Roger, thanks for coming up here tonight. And I think you told me, and what is your exact role now?
So I'm the assigner for the Jeff City Basketball Officials Association, which we have 120 members now. We're growing, which is tremendous. We do have some young guys and some of us older guys still around too.
And you told me at the break, you kind of rotate them around for this particular type of tournament?
Correct. We like to bring in different people, different faces. This is kind of our top deal of the year for our officials, and we like to put in some younger guys and some older guys and give a good product out here for the kids, because that's why we're here, is to do the best we can for the kids.
Well, one thing we really want to talk to you tonight is the 35-second clock. You're not seeing it all the time. You're seeing it in special situations. What sort of things have you seen so far with this 35-second clock?
So the only time we can use it is in these kind of tournaments and shootouts. So it's really interesting. It kind of changes the game a little bit if a team's a slower paced team, because you've got to hit the rim, obviously within 35 seconds. But most teams today are pretty quick paced, so it hasn't really affected. I think tonight we had one shot clock there in the second game. So, we're learning with it. We're lucky Jeff City and Capital City has sent us some good people to take care of it and have done a great job putting it up. And we came up here Wednesday night before the tournament, kind of went through things just to make sure we do the best we can for the kids.
So as an official, you sometimes have to go back and forth.
Yes.
During the regular season, you're seeing a lot of without the shot clock, and then in the tournaments and maybe some of the shootouts, it's the other way around. How does that affect you guys from a night to night?
Well, it does quite a bit, and you got to pregame that and make sure that you've got everything down, that you are using it. So when the season started, because Misha said we could do this, I sent out a thing to the ADs, hey, which one of you are going to use this in your tournaments and shootouts? And the thing is, all the schools have to agree to use this. Now, the thing is, we might as well get used to it, because Misha's been telling us, don't take this to the bank. They've been telling us in 2 years we may have this full time.
So it may be coming sooner than we think.
Yes, that's very possible.
Roger, one of the important things is not only the officials operating that clock on the floor, but your coordination with the people on the scorer's table.
Exactly. We were lucky. We came here last Wednesday night. Gary Verslois put it together. We brought all the guys, Matt, Cody, Bree, and Gary were in here, and some of us officials. We went through the whole scenario, what could happen, actually let the horn go. And tonight, they put a little booster on the horn. It's a lot louder than what we have, which thank goodness it is. So it's something you really got to pay attention to. The C and the two of the officials that are back really need to watch it. It just puts more into us to try to do the things we need to do. And we're going to make mistakes, obviously. But I think tonight so far, and I went and watched the first half of the girls' game, and things were going pretty well over there, too. So it's a learner.
On the college level, if you have a debate as far as the call that's made on the floor with the 35-second clock. Did it hit the rim? Did it not hit the rim? They can go over to the scores table and look at the review. You don't have that. Would you like to have that opportunity?
You know, I really would, because late in the game, if we have an opportunity that the shot clock comes into play and we have a shot, did it hit it or not, it would be really nice. The biggest thing as an official, we want to get the call right. No matter what it takes, and if it takes 5 minutes to get it right, then that's what we should do. Now, you know, I think Misha has been talking a lot about if we do get this, especially in the state finals, they will have that force. That's their plan.
Are you having young people get into officiating?
Luckily this year, we are. I have 9 or 10 guys that are pretty young, and 2 or 3 of them are doing a great job. The others are learning. You know, this is a tough job, as everybody knows, and you just can't be in your second year and come out and do a game in this tournament. It just isn't going to work. So we are lucky. We are getting some young guys. We don't seem to have many of the middle-aged. It's more of us older guys. And just to give you a fact, the average age now for officials in the United States in all sports is 57 years old.
Wow.
That is amazing. So anyway, we're really working hard to get young officials, everything I can. I talk to the kids. You know, we've got a few of the kids that have come aboard with us, and we just want to, the thing is, you give back to the game. I love this game playing, and when I got into it, it's like, how can I give back? You know, I thought, I could officiate, and I thought it would be easy. Boy, was I wrong. This is the hardest thing I've ever done.
I can believe that.
But it's rewarding and nice, so.
I'm going to give you a minute. Sell the position.
So, if I could talk to everyone, there's nothing more rewarding than being out there in the game and the kids respecting you and trusting you. And the coach understanding when you make a tough call that he doesn't say much because he respects you. Now, to get to that, it takes a lot of years. But to give back to the game and help these kids enjoy the game and do the game right, that's what we're after. It's what we need. And I plead to you younger people, it's a great second income. It's nothing real tremendous, but it's a nice second income, and it's something that if you love the game, you can always give back, and this is the best way to do it.
How big is the region that you actually cover with your association?
Well, it's really big. We go down to Camdenton. We go all the way to Skyline. We go, right at 100 to 110 miles south, west and east. Not very far north because Columbia's right there. And the good thing is we work together. Me as a signer, the 4 signers in my area, we're talking once a week. Hey, if you need an official, if I need help, we're there to help each other, because the bottom line is the kids. We want to make sure we got a good product. We don't want to put some young official, female or male, out there and, where they have a bad experience and say, I don't need this.
Let me ask you this, because you've heard the stories. From time to time, there'll be somebody that'll say something to the official that is a fan that's sitting in the stands. Do you guys block that out? Do you just kind of tune that out?
The thing is, you hear almost everything that's going on because you're so into the ball game. But the thing is, I have too much to do on the court and with the coaches. I could care less what people are saying out there. And most of the time, it's the heat of the moment. When my son played, I felt the blood. I understand that. Right. But, you just got to go out and do what you do, make the call, and don't let anybody intimidate you or anything. Just stand on the call, and the kids will respect that. Whenever they see somebody that they like, you can tell that they're glad you're on the game.
Let me ask you this, Roger. Later in the season, if we get Tom Kramer to come to a game and he's sitting in the third row of the stands, will you toss him?
Only if you want me to. You got to have fun at this. I love this. I really appreciate you guys, what you do for the kids and the teams and for us, too. We really appreciate you guys. So without you guys, Kevin, tremendous. So we really appreciate everything. And I also want to put a plug into the committee, the holiday committee. Steve Duncan and the guys do a fantastic job. look at this crowd, how much fun the kids had today. Tomorrow's the brunch. It's just a great atmosphere, and what a nice tournament this is. Proud to be here at Jeff City.
Tom Kramer, this is a Hall of Famer right here.
Yeah, no, I'm sitting by two of them. What can I say?
Roger, thanks for being with us.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Longtime official Hall of Famer Roger McFeeters has been our guest between games. Hey, we're back with Game 2. The Jefferson City Jays against the Lynx from Lausanne out of Memphis, Tennessee. Starting lineups after this 1-minute timeout.
West Main Pizza wants to say thank you. Every time you come in, dine, or buy a gift card, you are supporting a small local business. Because of you, West Main Pizza has been able to do what they love and is celebrating 10 years in business. West Main Pizza thanks you for being a part of an experience where you are more than a customer to them. You are family. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays from West Main Pizza. Find West Main Pizza on Facebook and online at wmpizza.com.
Did you know that motor vehicle crashes are a leading cause of death for children age 1 to 13, and that the fatality rate could be reduced by about half if the correct child safety seat were always used? By visiting safecar.gov/the right seat, parents and caregivers can find out what the right car seat for their child's age and size is. Be sure you're sure. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Jays basketball on KWOS.
All right, welcome back to the Fleming Fieldhouse. The opening day of the Joe Mockins Grade A Classic. Kevin Kelly along with David Fox ready to get Game 2 underway. The Jefferson City Jays against Lausanne out of Memphis, Tennessee. Let's take a look at your starting lineups. First of all, for the Lynx, they will have in the backcourt Zuri McClure, a freshman at 6'2", Joshua Taylor, senior at 5'9", Kalen Jackson, a senior at 5'10", up front Trey Brewer, a freshman at 5'11", and Yusuf Sharif, he is a senior at 6'5". For the Jefferson City Jays in the backcourt, Kendrick Johnson, a senior at 5'10", Judah Harris, a senior at 5'9", Vince Murphy, a senior at 6'2". Up front, Will Lithicum, a senior at 6'8", Jordan Martin, a senior at 6'6", Martin at center court with Sharif. Ball in the air. The tip is controlled by the Jefferson City Jays. Tip-off brought to you by West Main Pizza, and we're underway. David, they open up in the zone.
They do open up in the zone. Not surprised by that. Most of these coaches, Kevin, as we heard from Coach Williams, got some tape on these teams, so most people have a little knowledge, and how about that?
Oh, backdoor lob by Kendrick Johnson. The two-hand jam by Jordan Martin. 2-0 lead for the Jays. We're going to see that more than one time tonight, I think.
I hope so.
In between two underneath. McClure got stuck, but they kept with it. And the Lynx step back. Three is away off the front of the iron. No good. Rebound to Vince Murphy. The shot was taken by Taylor. 2-0 lead for the Jays. Kendrick Johnson across the timeline. He'll move to the middle of the floor. Left side pass to Jordan Martin. Ball above the head. Puts it on the floor. Bounce pass. They'll work it to the right side. To Judah Harris, trying to get it on a no-look pass inside. He thought Martin was moving to his right in the key. He actually moved to his left in the key, so the steal by the Lynx, and they're back the other way. Brewer gets it over to Taylor, puts it on the floor, drives, shot is away, no good off the back of the iron. Rebound, put back off the glass, spins out. It goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Jays. The putback by Sharif was no good.
Kevin, as we watch this basketball game, and we will be watching next game with Elias, a team out of Florida, things we know, these teams are extremely athletic. They're going to get off the floor. They're going to press you. Rebounding the basketball and taking care of the basketball are going to be key tonight. We just saw an offensive rebound by Lausanne right there.
On the floor on the drive, the kick out, shot is away, no good by Jackson. Rebound to the Jays. Here comes Kendrick Johnson across the timeline. To Judah Harris, jump stop in the lane, the runner off the glass, high off the glass, get his own rebound, shot blocked, comes all the way out to Kendrick Johnson. Left side, Vince Murphy, behind the back on the dribble, draws a double team, tries to get out of there, whistle, foul will be called. It's a good matchup inside, size-wise.
Yes.
Jordan Martin and Yusuf Sharif for the Lynx, David.
Yes, and not only that, but their athleticism as well, as we just saw with Harris taking the ball into the basket. These guys defensively can get up around the rim, whether it's a block shot or deflection or what have you.
Martin backs in on the drive baseline. Turnaround jumper's no good off the glass. Rebound, Will Lithicum puts it up off the glass, no good, but draws the foul. Offensive board by Will Lithicum, and he'll go to the line.
We just talked about rebounding on both ends. That's going to be a critical and a key for this basketball game.
Make sure you join us during our pregame shows during the basketball season for Athlete of the Week. brought to you by MU Healthcare Sports Medicine. The MU Healthcare Walk-In Sports Medicine Injury Clinic sees all sports injuries and provides direct access to a sports medicine doctor. First one is good, and it's a 3-0 lead. Will Lithicum with his first point in the basketball game. 3-0 lead for the Jays.
We've got some excitement in West Jeff City at Capital City High School. The Jeff City Lady Jays and the Boonville Lady Pirates are in overtime, Kevin.
Kay Foster's team coming back in the second half, David.
Yes.
Second one missed by Lithicum. The Lynx with the rebound, and on the drive, McClure scoop shot, lays on the iron and then drops down. Zuri McClure. Didn't mention this with the starting lineups, David, but with McClure and Brewer, the Lynx will start 2 freshmen here tonight.
Isn't that something? Yes, and a lot of times these out-of-town teams will see younger kids, younger players, and I think we're seeing that with this team out of Memphis tonight.
Harris trying to get over the left sideline. Lithicum had vacated the area. Martin tried to save it. It went out of bounds. Last touch by the Jays. 3-2 lead for Jefferson City. Jays with some backcourt pressure. McClure across the timeline. Taylor has a good look for 3. It's off the rim, no good. Rebound, Sharif, and then a whistle, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Vince Murphy. Good rebound by Sharif in traffic as he brought it up off the floor. Ball was slapped out of his hands by Murphy. It stays with the Lynx, and Taylor right of the bucket to pull the trigger. Looks inside, dumps it down low, backing in is McClure. Fadeaway jumper, rolls the rim no good off the glass. Rebound Lithicum, gets it into the hands of Kendrick Johnson. Motors across the timeline, feeds it to Martin. Nice between a pair, lost it out of bounds. Last touch by Sharif. It stays with the Jays.
Well, Kendrick Johnson, Kevin, saw it last year, the year before, and this year. Just his vision and transition. Head's always up. More so than not, makes the correct decision.
He'll inbound it left of the bucket, lobs it up top to Martin. Martin brings it on the floor, on the drive. Whistle and a reach-in foul be called. Yusef Sharif, I believe, will pick up the personal foul.
You know, initially they're trying to defend him with McClure at 6'2", one of those freshmen we talked about, and I think McClure just left with his second personal foul early in this basketball game. 6'5" senior. Some of that size you were talking about now is on the bench.
Harris gets it into Lithicum on the inbounds pass. Back out to Judah Harris on the drive. The scoop shot goes straight up in the air as he lost it off the dribble. Loose basketball picked up in the backcourt. The Lynx, they lob it in the front court. They'll kick it in the corner. Jackson sets. 3 is away. Long and no good. Rebound McClure off the glass and good. Got good position underneath. McClure has all 4 of their points. He's their leading scorer. At a 4-3 lead for Lausanne.
Weak side rebounding, Kevin. Seen 2 possessions in a row. Shot taken from one side of the floor, rebounds to the other side of the floor. Jays need to do a much better job.
Murphy on the jump stop, or rather check that. Murphy with a pass to Martin and jump stop, and in traffic, a reach-in foul be called against the Lynx. Picking up that second foul was Yusef Sharif, so he is checked out of the basketball game, and Jordan Richardson, a 6'6" senior, has checked in, and Richardson has picked up his first foul of the basketball game. Martin's first is away and good.
Jeff City early on this game is really finding Jordan Martin also, Kevin. His ability to break down the defense and score in the paint. So far, you're talking about 4 fouls now with 4:34 remaining in the first quarter. A lot of contact when Jordan gets around that basket.
Missed the second one, but got the rebound off the deflection. Murphy at the top of the key, comes down the lane, lost it off the dribble. Ball loose, picked up by Martin. His shot no good, tipped up and in. Jordan Martin with 5 of the basketball game, of the Jays by 2, 6-4. Looking to run the other way. Richardson underneath, won't count. Charge will be called.
Vince Murphy, excellent job.
He got position with the charge. I believe that will go against Murphy. Double check that. It'll be on Patrick Thompson. So Thompson will pick up the personal foul for the Lynx, as he is new to the lineup out there on the floor. Up top, Murphy, ball above the head. Bounce pass to Martin, the kick out. Johnson steps up 3, scrapes the left side of the rim, whistle, block out, foul be called against the Jays. I think this may go against Adam Shepperly, who's checked into the ball game for the Jays.
Yeah, Shepperly came in for Will Lithicum, Kevin, and talking about size, Jeff City's gone really small. Vince Murphy at 6'2", the second largest player on this basketball team for Jeff City, besides Jordan Martin, playing small.
David, already 5 team fouls in the opening quarter for the Lynx. McClure, top of the key, around a pick set by Richardson, comes down the left side of the lane, feeds it in the corner, the kick out up top, putting it on the floor, driving Thompson a little bit short with the one-hander, and it just grazes the front of the iron. Rebound, Jordan Martin back to the way, bounce pass to Kendrick Johnson in the corner, brings it up the left sideline of the hash mark, top of the key to Judah Harris, ball above the head, return pass to Johnson in the corner, Murphy dumps it to Martin in the block, back out to Murphy. Murphy tries to weave through traffic, lost the handle, loose ball picked up. Thompson leads the break at the other end for the Lynx. Driving layup, lays on the iron, no good. Ball deflected to the corner, picked up by the Jays and controlled by Jefferson City. Judah Harris with a bounce pass behind him. Kendrick Johnson brings it across the timeline. Just under 3 to play. They get it to Martin in the lane, turns and puts it up and in traffic.
Kendrick
7
Johnson
for him.
again. Yep, no look pass. Kendrick going left, threw back to his right. Found Jordan Martin right in front of the rim. At some point in time with this collapsing aggressive defense by Lausanne, somebody for these Jays is going to have to shoot a jump shot and nail it from the three-point line.
Nice bounce pass as the penetration by Trey Brewer. A feed down to Jordan Richardson. Richardson catches, lays it up and in, and then immediately a timeout taken. All right, 2:41 left to go in the opening quarter. Jefferson City 8, Lausanne out of Memphis, Tennessee 6. Jays basketball on KWOS returns after this 30-second Cole County Upholstery timeout.
When it comes to breaking news, we're your window to the world.
It is a new thing to see Yevgeny Prigozhin directly questioning the rationale for this war and calling out that the war has been conducted essentially based on a lie.
There is no reason our two parties here can't come together and send a strong message that we're united in this pressing national security effort.
We've got you covered at News Radio 950 KWOS.
The Jays play here on KWOS.
All right, welcome back to the Fleming Fieldhouse opening night of the Joe Mockins Grade 8 Classic. 2:41 left to go in the opening quarter. Jefferson City leads 8-6. I'm Kevin Kelly along with David Fox. Glad you're with us for high school basketball on KWOS.
What a crowd, Kevin Kelly at Fleming Fieldhouse.
I know there's people that are blocking my view of the scoreboard, David.
That's a good thing.
Can you do that? Can you move them for me?
Hey.
I bet you don't. Judah Harris off the timeout for 3. It's off the left side of the iron. Rebound to Jordan Richardson. The Lynx back the other way. 8-6 lead for the Jays. Crossover dribble. McClure drives and a whistle and a foul. Crossover dribble. He took off the top of the key, David, and the freshman will go to the line. He leads them in scoring with 4 points. First foul in the basketball game for the Jays, and that'll go against Wayne Webb, who has checked into the ball game.
Kevin, we just talked about Jeff City playing small now. Got Webb in for Murphy. If you look at this lineup, you have Shepperly at maybe, 6'1", and the 3 guards, 5'10", right, and Jordan Martin. We talk about that nice drive that time by Lausanne, but there's no protection at the rim other than Jordan Martin, who was out guarding on the perimeter.
McClure along with both of them, no good. Rebound to Shepperly, and the Jays come back the other way with 2:15 left to go in the opening quarter. Judah Harris draws a double-team trap, moves to the middle of the floor in the dribble, tries to feed it over to Martin. Martin hustles to get it away from McClure, comes in the lane, can't shoot, back out. Judah Harris on the drive, off-balance shot is away, short, no good, and the rebound to Richardson. Gets it into the hands of McClure to the top of the key. Feeds it over on the right side. Step back. Wide open 3 off the front of the iron. Shot taken by Taylor. Rebound will go out of bounds. Last touch by Richardson as he fights for the board against Jordan Martin.
You know, this Lausanne team is not doing anything special defensively with Jordan Martin other than playing very aggressive 1-2-2 zone. Doing a nice job. Saw Judah Harris that time. Nice drive, but really struggling to get a shot off because of that size and athleticism around the rim.
Bounce pass down low. Shepperly off the glass, finishes. Nope, they're going to wave it off. Traveling is going to be called against the Jays. Well, that was a good sequence. Murphy and Shepperly down low. It won't count as it'll be traveling against the Jays. Another substitution for Lausanne in the paint, as it will be Deuce Harper checking in. And across the timeline, the Lynx 8-6 lead for the Jays. 1:25 left to go in the opening quarter. With the basketball is Taylor at the top of the key. Hands it off. With it is Patrick Thompson. Now Harper, as they ran a weave at the three-point arc. With it, Thompson, he'll launch the three. He'll knock it down. First lead in the ball game for the Lynx at 9-8. You know, most of their threes have been uncontested, and they've not been able to drop it. That time he had pressure in his face, and he knocked it down, nothing but net. Baseline, Martin at the three-point arc, puts it on the floor, comes in the lane, leans, puts up the shot, rolls the rim, no good. Rebound is grabbed by Lausanne, and they're back the other way. But on the breaks, they go baseline. Again, head and shoulder fake by Thompson. Up top, they'll launch it. Harper for three. Circles the iron, no good. Rebound, Murphy got tied up, and a foul will be called on Zuri McClure.
Yeah, up and down we go. Will Lithicum's getting ready to re-enter the game. Give Jeff City a little more size.
David,
go ahead.
I think the Lynx will take this first quarter at 9-8.
Oh, there's no question about it. Also, kind of looking defensively, Jeff City's having a lot of shots altered around the rim. We haven't seen that a lot, especially Jordan Martin. I think it just goes to say their athleticism and you know, there's nobody 6'8" out here, what have you, but these guys are 6'3", 6'4", and pretty well built, and everything is contested. On the flip side, we've seen a couple uncontested shots by the Lynx on the offensive end. Jeff City needs a better job in their zone as far as coverage and contesting those shots.
Murphy's next a little bit long and no good. Made the first one, missed the second. Rebound was tipped and controlled by Ethan Hester. And the Lynx will come across the timeline. From Memphis, Tennessee, Lausanne, and it's tied at 9 late in the opening quarter. McClure, the left hash mark, picked up by Murphy. There is about a 5-second difference between the 35-second shot clock and the game clock, and McClure in the lane. Knife between a pair, underhand shot, kisses the glass and drops. He's got 6, 2-point lead for the Lynx. Back the other way, Kendrick Johnson loses his footing, is able to get it to Murphy. Murphy in the lane, kick out in the corner. Lithicum for three at the buzzer, yes! Will Lithicum! Deep in the left corner, catches, shoots, and knocks it down, and the Jays will take a 1-point lead into the second quarter. After one, Jefferson City 12, Lausanne out of Memphis, Tennessee 11. Jays basketball on KWOS returns after this 1-minute Cole County Upholstery timeout.
Whether it's for normal wear and tear on your car's interior or the dog deciding to chow down on that one cushion of the couch, you need a reliable guy to keep your upholstery intact. That's Bob at Cole County Upholstery. He specializes in automotive, marine, and furniture upholstery projects. And with 40 years of experience, there's no job that he can't handle. So throw Sparky a bone and call Cole County Upholstery for boats, cars, furniture, and more. ColeCountyUpholstery.net.
At MU Healthcare, our sports medicine team knows what it takes to compete because we're competitors too, upping our game day in and day out to be the best doctors for Mid-Missouri athletes. Whether that's competing to be one of 11 orthopedic centers of excellence in the country or cheering alongside the Mizzou Tigers as their team physicians, we've got everything athletes need to be and stay at their best. MUHealth.org/sports injury care because we're competitors too.
The Jays play here on KWOS.
All right, welcome back to the Fleming Fieldhouse. Kevin Kelly along with David Fox. You got an updated score for us.
Man, we have an exciting game here at Cap City High School. There's an exciting game as well in overtime with 1:41 remaining. Jeff City Lady Jays 64, Boonville 61.
Wow. Earlier, it was Tipton over St. Joe Benton. Columbia Battle over Capital City. That is over at Capital City High School. It's the Jefferson Bank Select 8 Classic. Still to come over there, Helias against Notre Dame de Sion, and a turnover to start the second quarter by the Lynx. Good steal by Lithicum at the other end. Martin with two-hand jam. Jays ran the floor.
Yeah, you predicted that after that first possession in this basketball game that it wouldn't be the only dunk by Jordan Martin, and of course you are right. Yeah.
And it's a 3-point lead for the Jays, and now a turnover on the Lynx. 14-11, Jefferson City has the lead in the first quarter. Jordan Martin with 7, Will Lithicum with 4, Vince Murphy with the other point for the Jays. For the Lynx, leading the way, Zuri McClure, as he had 6. Patrick Thompson off the bench with 3. Jordan Richardson off the bench with the other 2 for Lausanne. Jays have the basketball in a 3-point lead. Bounce pass from Johnson to Judah Harris. Ball above the head, lobs it up top between the circles to Kendrick Johnson. Johnson goes left side to Murphy. Murphy leans. Defense picked up by Brewer on the left sideline. One hands a pass up top to Martin, or rather to Johnson. Now to Martin at the left wing. Bounce pass Murphy. Three is away off the left side of the iron from the left corner. Rebound though grabbed by Kendrick Johnson. Murphy underneath. Whistle and a foul call. Murphy going from the corner on the baseline left side to the basket. Stumbled just a bit, but I think that was because of the contact by Patrick Thompson. Thompson will pick up his second foul in the ball game for the Lynx.
Jeff City really patient. And again, rebounding. Kendrick Johnson with an offensive rebound.
Oh, and a lob, and guess what happened? Inbounds play. Kendrick Johnson with the lob going up in one motion. It's the one-hand jam for Jordan Martin. He has 3 dunks here in the first half. He's got 11 of the 16 points.
Coach Ethan Williams, head coach of Jeff City High School, gets the credit for that out-of-bounds play. Great execution.
McClure in traffic. Nice baseline jumpers away and good. Zuri McClure, the freshman, has 8 points in the basketball game. 16-13. Jays with the 3-point lead. 6:20 left to go in the first half. Martin, three-point arc right side up top. Judah Harris with a long-distance three. It's a little bit long off the back of the iron. Rebound, though. Martin in traffic. Pivots. Dumps it down low. Lithicum shot no good. Gets his own rebound. Turns, tries to put it up. Ball stripped from him, and a reach-in foul will be called on Trey Brewer for the Lynx. Jay's doing a nice job of rebounding, especially on the offensive end, David.
Oh, absolutely. We talked very earlier in this game. That was going to be a key for both these teams, Kevin, and I could not agree with you more here, especially in the second quarter. Kevin, also, let's give a shout-out to McClure for the Lynx. 6'2" freshman, leading them in scoring with 8. Knocked down a couple shots. Very good at getting to the basket and finishing so far in this game. What a good-looking freshman.
Jackson checking back in. Brewer will check out for Lausanne. Shepperly back in for the Jays. Murphy will check out for Jefferson City. Will Lithicum makes 1 of 2 from the foul line. He's got 5 points in the first half. Jefferson City's front line of Martin and Lithicum with 16 of the 17 Jefferson City Jay points.
We talked about sooner or later one of these kids not named Lithicum or Martin's going to have to knock down a 3. We talked to Ethan Williams at halftime the game prior about somebody else or players having to step up in an environment in a game like this. I really think we're going to see that by one of these Jeff City Jays tonight.
Taylor with a bounce pass to Thompson in the corner to Jackson. Back up on the sideline. Thompson looking for his second 3, and he knocks it down. Patrick Thompson now with 2 threes and 6 in the basketball game. Jays by 1, 17-16. Johnson between the circles. Lobs it. Caught there by Judah Harris. Gets it into the corner to Jordan Martin. One time on the floor. Lobs it up top to Judah Harris. Harris in the corner. Kendrick Johnson catches 3 away. Good. Nothing but net. High arching 3 in the corner. Johnson on the scoreboard. And the other end quickly back and answering the Lynx. They got the pass, and Yusuf Sharif with his first 2 points in the basketball game. Boy, they didn't waste any time. Getting 2 back on the exchange. Off balance left wing jumper by Martin. Rims out no good. Rebound to Thompson. He starts back for the Lynx. Bounce pass is stolen. Martin back the other way. Shot is good on the finger roll. He's got 13.
You know, Kevin, you talk about the Lynx getting up and down the floor, but I think this pace right here favors the Jeff City Jays if they can rebound. He's starting to get some buckets in transition. Jordan Martin with a great steal and a finish right there. This Jeff City Jay basketball team can score in bunches and can get on a run if they can rebound and kind of keep this pace.
Checking in for Jefferson City is Tyler Lunsford. Now the inbounds, and McClure for 3. Pinballs out at the top of the key, and the Jays get the rebound as it comes to the corner. Across the timeline, Kendrick Johnson. Everyone who has dressed has seen action in the first half for the Lynx. And David, we should tell them that if we're doing 3 games, you can't play everybody in the first half when we're doing back-to-back-to-back games. 15 as they get it down low. Martin with a finish off the glass. He has 15 of the 24 points. Jays have extended the lead to their biggest of the night at 6, and it didn't last very long, catching and knocking down the 3 in the corner. The Lynx get to within 3 at 24-21 with the basket. That is Hester. In the corner, Jordan Martin with the basketball up top to Judah Harris. Jump stop in traffic. Try to put up a shot. It goes out of bounds. Last touched by Harris. Good defense in the paint by the Lynx.
Not only good defense, really there's nothing there. You know, Judah tried to do that in the first half, kind of forcing the issue. Jeff City has had some great success when they move the ball on the perimeter via pass, not necessarily by the dribble.
Shot taken at the other end by the Lynx is no good. I think it was taken by Hester. Rebound to the Jays. Back the other way. Nice. Kendrick Johnson on the drive. It circles the back of the rim, but he gets it back in the right corner. Goes to the basket. Gets stuck underneath. Tries to feed it in front to Lunsford, and it's intercepted by the Lynx, and they start back the other way, and Hester is fouled at the right hash mark. Stops the clock with 3:16 left to go in the first half.
Kevin, from Capital City High School, we have a final in overtime. The Jeff City Lady Jays 70, the Boonville Lady Pirates 66. Coach Kay Foster and the Lady Jays are moving to the right side of the bracket.
In the lane, traveling is going to be called. Came from the left wing on the dribble into the paint, and Jackson tried to stop on a dime, and that foot slid. And turnover with 3:06 left to go in the first half on Lausanne out of Memphis, Tennessee. Jays by 3, 24-21. Jordan Martin, 3 dunks and 15 points in the first half. Zuri McClure with 8 points to lead the Lynx in the first half. Kendrick Johnson between the circles, lobs it to the right of the circle to Judah Harris. Gets it to Martin in traffic, lays it up and in.
Well, it's an easy offense when you move the ball a little bit. Great ball fake that time by Judah Harris. And just how Jordan Martin caught, balanced, probed, looked. Easy too. 17 in the ball game for him. Back up top, they get it to Hester. He puts it on the floor, drives. The runner's no good. The follow is up and in. Richardson with the offensive board and put back for Lausanne. 26-23, Jays by 3, getting around the man, not able to seal the deal on the baseline was Richardson, and going right around him was Kendrick Johnson to the basket from the right corner. Kendrick Johnson has 5, all of them coming in the second quarter. Jays by 5, 28-23. Richardson, top of the circle for 3. It's long off the back of the iron. Ball tipped and controlled by Judah Harris. He starts back for the Jays. One hands a pass to Kendrick Johnson between the circles. Dumps it to Martin at the foul line. 15-footer away. No good off the front of the rim. Rebound to McClure. He starts back for the Lynx across the timeline. Weaves through traffic. Reach-in foul going to be called on the Jays with 1:43 left to go in the first half. It's the second team foul by Jeff City. Lausanne with just 2 as well. Neither team really in any foul trouble. As you mentioned, both teams have played a lot of kids. The Lynx have played everybody, have 9 dressed out this evening.
Jackson will check out. Taylor back in for the Lynx. They inbound it. With it is Brewer. Up top, ball fake, comes to the wing, 15-footer, short off the rim, rebound out of bounds, last touched by Taylor. The shot taken by Deuce Harper for Lausanne out of Memphis, Tennessee. 1:36 left to go in the first half. Jays by 5.
Big possession by the Jeff City Jays, Kevin. If they get a 2 or a possible 3, try to see if they can extend this lead going into the half.
Harris feeds it left side to Kendrick Johnson. Johnson out at the three-point arc, lobs it right side. Shepperly catches 3, grazes the iron, but the rebound comes to the left corner. And with it is Kendrick Johnson. To Martin, double team, kicks it out on the drive. Judah Harris, shot blocked, whistle and a foul. Richardson, I believe, will pick up his second foul in the basketball game. And it stops the clock with 1:10 left to go in the first half. And Judah Harris looking for his first points of the basketball game. Yes, indeed, Richardson picked up the foul, and that is his second in the basketball game. Harris at the line for 2 with the Jays up by 5. Make it 6 as he makes the first of 2. Vince Murphy checks in. Shepperly will check out for the Jays. Coach Ethan Williams, his ball club 6-2 on the season.
Jeff City got a chance. Get this lead up to 7. See if they get a stop. There'll be plenty of time left on the shot clock to get another possession, possibly even extend this lead a little more.
Harris made them both. First 2 points in the ball game for him, and a nice fadeaway jumper just inside the foul line. And Taylor has his first 2 points in the basketball game for the Lynx. Boy, he came inside the key, stopped on a dime, and then the fadeaway jumper, nothing but net.
Kevin, it was 1-on-4. Heck of a shot.
Kendrick Johnson, right of the three-point arc, lobs it in the left corner, caught by Murphy, touch pass back up to Judah Harris, lobs it right side. Kendrick Johnson catches, drives baseline, pull up, jumpers away, no good, a little bit long off the left side of the iron, rebound. Comes to the Lynx. Harper gets the board. Cross-court feed with it. Pull up, jumper. Taylor for three. Pinball's out. Rebound is grabbed by Jordan Martin. 25 seconds left to go. Shot clock is off. The Jays will have, if they so take it, the last shot of the first half.
I'm thinking they will.
Kendrick Johnson has it between the circles. The Jays here late in the second quarter lead by 5, 30-25. Left hash mark Martin, bounce pass Kendrick Johnson. He'll move it to the right side to Judah Harris. Into Martin, high in the block, comes in the paint. Ball slapped at, throws it up a second time. Whistle, and a jump is going to be called on the fact that they got a hand on the ball on the first attempt, and he came down with the ball. They said he was tied up, jump.
The key here is where's the ball. Looks like it's going to be baseline underneath, 0.9 seconds.
They lob it in, caught by Martin, puts up the shot, no good as it hits the front of the iron. Buzzer sounds. First half is in the books. Halftime here at the Joe Mockins Grade A Classic. Jefferson City Jays against Lausanne out of Memphis, Tennessee. And at the half, it's the Jefferson City Jays 30, the Lausanne, Memphis, Tennessee Lynx 25. And high school basketball, Jefferson City Jays basketball on KWOS returns after this 1 minute Cole County Upholstery timeout.
Hi, this is Tanner Kimna with Kimna Collision Repair. This portion of Sean Hannity is brought to you by Kimna Collision Repair. Let someone you trust do the job right. KimnaCollision.com.
Did you know that motor vehicle crashes are a leading cause of death for children age 1 to 13, and that the fatality rate could be reduced by about half if the correct child safety seat were always used? By visiting safecar.gov/the right seat, parents and caregivers can find out what the right car seat for their child's age and size is. Be sure you're sure. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're here for all of life's wins. Like when you get a new car, or new boat, or new driver, or when your son moves out, but your mom moves in, or you find out you're expecting again, or when one rental property turns into 2, then 20, or you realize they're all in Tornado Alley. Life is full of life events. Make sure you have the right policy for each of life's wins.
I'm Doug Glick with Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance. Insurance is not always a yes or no answer, especially in these turbulent times in the industry. If you're in Cole County, stop by and see me.
This is Jefferson City Jay basketball on News Radio KWOS.
Back at the Fleming Fieldhouse along with Kevin Kelly and David Fox. This is Tom Kramer. We're at halftime of Game 3. Game 1 this afternoon saw Union out of Oklahoma with an 88-77 win over Eugene. And the Game 2 saw a 64-37 win by Montgomery County over Capital City. Game 3 at halftime, this Jeff City 30, Lausanne 25. And we are joined by the Helias head basketball coach, Joe Rothweiler. Merry Christmas, Coach.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to you as well.
Hope you've had a great one.
I did. Got some downtime with the family.
It looks like to me that you finally got a whole team. Is that about right?
It is, yeah. We finally got a whole team. We finally got some practices in, which we really needed.
Well, you guys are, I think, 2-5, but first week and a half or so, you were without half of your squad, obviously, because of the long playoff run. What does that do to your start of the season?
It makes it difficult. It's good. It's good in some aspects, but it's tough in some aspects as well. You get some guys that maybe might not have got that chance, a little bit of a chance early. But then, the bad part is you're bringing a whole new group of guys back in, and you're trying to gel all that together, and it can take a little bit to do that.
You came in with a record of 2-5, but a big win this past Sunday against Logan Rogersville.
Really was. They're a very good basketball team. Going to make some noise in Class 4, and we had two really good practices in a row going into that game, and I think our guys felt some confidence, and they really came out and fought hard.
Tonight you're going up against a team from Charlotte, Florida. How tough has it been to find some things about those guys?
Hey, it's been pretty tough. We got 2 game films on them. Not many stats, but we got a general idea what they like to do off those 2 games, but you never know. There's always going to be a wild card when you see a team that you've never seen before.
Well, they're not worried about you not finding anything out about them.
No, they're not. No, they're definitely not.
You come into this tournament, you're going to play 3 games in 48 hours, basically. So what does a Joel Rothweiler team do in that 48 hours? What's going to be kind of your schedule over the next couple of days?
Each day we like to get in the gym for about 45 minutes to do a shoot-around that can get us game plan and just get maybe wear off the soreness a little bit, break a little sweat, get us engaged. We'll do that each day before. We did it today. We got the activities that go along with the tournament that are really cool for the kids to be a part of. And then outside of that, send them home, tell them not to take too long of a nap, tell them not to play too much PlayStation, tell them to get some good food in them.
So it's a shoot-around versus an actual practice.
It depends if you win or lose. If you're coming off a loss, it's more like a practice. Yeah.
Oh, man. So you obviously have coached now in this venue over the last several years. How do you compare this to some of the other ones that you get to go to?
It's different because you're at home. You're in front of friends and family. We love that about it. We also love to go to Springfield Parkview and have no fans there. And, it's team building and it's a different venue for us. But, this one's unique because you get to see teams you don't typically see for the most part. And you get to be at home over the holidays and you get to see former players and family and all that stuff.
I had a chance to talk with the coach from Charlotte a few minutes ago, and I said, when you leave here Monday, they're flying out to Arizona. He said he's going to be in a Nike shootout out there. So these guys didn't come up here just to enjoy the weather, I'll tell you that.
No, they didn't do that. But, that's wild. I don't know if I could do that much traveling. But I like the occasional out-of-town tournament, but I like to be around my family a little bit, too.
We saw you play against Vianney in the Norm Stewart Classic at the Mizzou Arena in Columbia earlier in the month. And then we saw you over at Father Tolton. Close ball games at half, got away from you in the third quarter of both of those basketball games. What was different about the Logan-Rogersville game that wasn't there in the other 2 games that we're talking about?
We got our legs under us. We got a little bit better shape, I think, over the course of that week. I think we ran out of gas in the Vianney game. Big court, big venue. Had 1 day of practice going into it. I think it was partly conditioning, but it was also being able to learn how to fight through some adversity, which you need practice time to fight through adversity. You need game experience to fight through adversity, and you need to be used to playing with each other. And we got to build that over the course of those 2 games and over some practices.
Kind of explain to us that there is a difference as far as conditioning, being set to play football versus being set to play basketball as it relates to conditioning.
It really is. You got to be in great shape to play both, but basketball, you got to move side to side. You got to move fast, stop, quick. It's just nonstop going, and it's different on your legs. You don't get that 20 seconds in between plays either. You got to go right to that next play, and so it's quite a bit different. The football guys will tell you that. They think they're going to come in pretty good shape, but they wear it down pretty quick.
In that game in particular on Sunday against Logan-Rogersville down in Springfield, you got some great point production from Logan Hillman, and you're going to get that. I mean, yeah. That's a given, right? But Alex Schoenhart really shot the ball well down there, didn't he?
He's a shooter, man. He's in the gym every single day. He goes before school and gets 300-400 shots up, and so it was a matter of time before he put on a show like that. And Tolton game, I had to pull him out of the game and say, Alex, if you don't shoot the ball, you're going to come out. I want you to shoot it every time you have any kind of daylight. And that's what he did down at Logan, and that's why he hit 6 threes.
We've talked about this with you a couple of times. You have a deep basketball team. You've got a lot of players that can come off the bench and play for you. At what point in time during the basketball season are you going to not lengthen that bench but shorten that bench?
We did a little bit last Sunday. It was a tight game, and we had to go with the guys we thought felt comfortable with at that time. But I think we're still a little deeper than we played on Sunday. Early in the season, you want to give some guys some chances and see what they can do, and because you never know when you're going to need them down the stretch. Somebody turns an ankle, something like that, you got to have a guy ready who has some experience, and that's what we believe in. I think 8 or 9 is the max of what we could play. It's not 11 or 12. But 8 or 9 guys, we feel comfortable playing right now.
All right, what's your number one key against this team out of Florida tonight?
I think they're going to shoot a lot of jumpers from what I've seen, and we got to really rebound the basketball. That's what won us the game at Logan. We had several offensive rebounds. I think we had double-digit offensive rebounds. If we can do that and we can rebound their misses, it'll give us a really good chance to win this game.
And we want to tell everybody how much we appreciate the fact that you're playing the 8:30 game and you're going to be on the coach's show tomorrow morning.
Yes, sir. After watching film for about 4 hours afterwards, right?
But we gave you the last slot in the hour, right?
I do appreciate
so you can
that.
sleep in a little bit.
I do appreciate that.
Good luck tonight, Coach. Elias Crusaders head basketball coach Joe Rothweiler back with the second half. Jays lead 30-25 as we start the third quarter. We're back with more in 1 minute.
Tis the season for thoughtful gift giving. Your hungry crew is wanting West Main Pizza gift cards in their stockings. They can spend their gift cards on any of their favorite pizzas, sandwiches, appetizers, or salad. They may be tempted to try a new pizza, like West Main Pizza's Queen Margarita or the Alfredo Pizza. Ask West Main Pizza about their text club while you're there. You'll enjoy exclusive specials sent directly to you just for being a member. Find West Main Pizza on Facebook and online at wmpizza.com.
This is Bree with Freeman Mortuary, and we'd like to take a moment to remember those we lost this year. The day-to-day stresses of life are hard enough, and losing someone special makes those stresses even harder. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to honor your loved one. Wishing you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from our family to yours.
For 3 generations, creating meaningful ceremonies as unique as your loved one since 1961. FreemanMortuary.com.
Jays basketball on KWOS.
All right, welcome back to the Fleming Fieldhouse. Kevin Kelly along with David Fox. The Jays start the third quarter with a quick bucket from Judah Harris. And the Jays lead by 7, 32-25. We'll give you the first half numbers in just a second. The Jays outscored Lausanne 12-11 in the first quarter, outscored them 18-14 in the second quarter. And the Jays have the basketball right now, leading by 7, 32-25. A reminder, from 7 until 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, it's the KWOS Coaches Show. And now a steal. And at the other end, Jackson feeds it to Taylor. Taylor with the runner is good, so the steal in the bucket at the other end for the Lynx. And they get to within 5 again at 32-27. Good steal by Jackson. Nice assist to Taylor. Taylor has 4 in the basketball game.
Yeah, Coach Ethan Williams was not happy at that point in time. I think they had something set and just couldn't get the ball entered, and careless turnover.
Judah Harris, 3 in the corner, scrapes the rim, no good. Rebound to Murphy, foul line jumper off the feed, and it's a 15-footer away and good for Will Lithicum. How about Will with 7 points in the ball game?
Great first half. Start the second quarter. Kevin, another offensive rebound by these Jeff City Jays.
First shot scraped the rim, but they got the board, and they got the finish with Lithicum. And 7, a long-distance 3 is away off the front of the iron, no good. Shot taken by Taylor. Rebound Harris, outlet to Martin. Crossover dribble, drives baseline. Feeds it up top to Judah Harris. In the key, Kendrick Johnson. Double pump fake, and the shot no good. Rebound, McClure ran out of real estate. It'll stay with the Jays.
Tough shot. Yeah, tough shot by Kendrick, but stuck with it. Lausanne had possession, but stepped out of bounds. Basketball back to the Jays under their own.
Johnson right of the bucket, lobs it up top, caught by Judah Harris. In the first half, Jordan Martin had 3 dunks and 17 points to lead the Jays. Zuri McClure with 8 to lead the Lynx in the first half. We'll give you scoring up and down the sheet in just a second. McClure with a bounce pass down low. And they'll bring it back up top and swing it around. Open is Jackson for 3. He knocks it down. Kalen Jackson has his first points of the basketball game. Just like that, it's a 4-point lead for the Jays now at 34-30.
And give credit to the Lynx, Kevin. They're kind of unpredictable. You know, they're kind of hard to figure out who can shoot it, who can't. They're all not afraid to shoot it from beyond the arc.
Harris, long distance 3 is short. Lithicum saves it on the baseline, but Jackson intercepts the pass. The Lynx kick it up the floor. McClure drives baseline against Martin underneath the basket. Ball deflected, stolen away. Kendrick Johnson, good defense by Martin to seal it on the baseline. Martin at the other end, jams it home. Unfortunately for the Lynx, the guy that was supposed to pick him up thought he was going to pass it, and instead he slid over and gave Martin the lane, and it's his 4th dunk of the ball game. Jackson, top of the key on the drive for the Lynx. Back out to McClure. Kick out. And now a three is on the way and good. Trey Brewer has his first points in the basketball game.
Multiple times in this game, it looks like Jeff City's getting ready to get on a run, try to create some separation, but man, give credit to the Lynx. They have answered any potential run Jeff City's had.
Martin at the wing, knifes in, misses the first, gets the second, puts it up and in. First one laid on the iron, got his own rebound. Put back, he's got 21. David, next trip down, tell me what they're doing differently. They're playing a different kind of zone to start the second half. Let's talk about that the next trip down on offense for the Jays. They'll feed it over. Putting it on the floor is Taylor. Quick touch pass. They try to get it down low to Sharif. Intercepted now. Judah Harris with the ball up in the air. Tried to get there first. He collides with Brewer, and it'll be the second foul in the ball game on Judah Harris. Earlier tonight, it was Montgomery County over Capital City in our first broadcast, 64-37. Montgomery County to meet Union, Oklahoma in the first semifinal tomorrow night. That one's scheduled for a 7 o'clock tip, and the three is away and long off the back of the rim by Taylor. And the rebound comes to the Jays. Martin across the timeline to the right wing on the dribble. Feeds it out. Kendrick Johnson, three away. No good off the front of the iron. Rebound Shepperly. Push off and a foul will be called on the Jays. Well, we'll have to talk about their zone the next trip down.
No problem, but I do want to make an observation, Kevin. And you know, the first half, we talked a couple times about Jeff City playing very small, you know, with Lithicum on the bench, who he is right now. Ethan Williams discussing with his staff at halftime. You know, they're not going to do that. Tyler Lunsford, a 6'4 sophomore, more size for the Jeff City Jays, playing real small against his very athletic Lynx basketball team, caused them some problems in the first half. So we see an adjustment by Coach Williams in his substitution pattern here in the second half.
McClure had it stolen away. At the other end, shot is no good. Judah Harris is fouled. McClure lost it in the paint. Jays with the steal, had the break at the other end, and Harris will go to the line. First foul in the basketball game on Jackson with 3:30 left to go in the third quarter. Jays with a 5-point lead at 38-33. And as you've mentioned a couple times, David, they get to that 5 to 7 point range, and then the Lynx put together a little bit of a run and get close again. And Harris makes the first, and it's out to a 6-point lead for Jefferson City at 39-33. Harris now with 5 in the basketball game.
Jeff City's been playing zone this entire game, and you know, playing zone, you can certainly try to match and find some tendencies of some shooters, but this team is so well balanced, and you know, Kevin, we've seen in this game they all shoot the three, and so it's kind of hard to determine, get a feel for who you need to mark.
Baseline, McClure tried to reverse layup. It was blocked by Martin. The Jays at the other end. Slam! They got the numbers at the other end. Harris with the lob off the glass and taking it in one motion and jamming it home was Jordan Martin. 6 dunks tonight for him. He's got 23 points.
And I give that a 9.5. I would have given it a 10 if it would have been a reverse dunk. What a play.
Hester at the top of the key. Jays biggest lead of the night at 9 right now at 42-33. Hester has a good look off the pick. 3 rolls the rim, no good. Martin gets the rebound. Outlet to Judah Harris. Back to Kendrick Johnson. Pull up. He's got a good look for 3. No good. Scrapes the iron. Rebound inside. Hester gets it for the Lynx. Across the timeline with it. Pull up. Thompson's 3. No good. Cups the rim. Rebound grabbed by the Jays. Lunsford with the board. 2:23 left to go in the third. Martin will bring it across the timeline. Bounce pass. They'll work it to the right side, to the right hash mark, right in front of the Jay bench. Judah Harris has it. Gets it to Martin on the sideline. Bounce pass right back to Harris. Left side, Johnson in the paint. Martin, triple team, kick out. Johnson for 3, knocks it down.
Inside out, nice little flex cut on one end of the floor by the Jays. Jordan Martin doing it all tonight. Yeah. Nice kick out, Kendrick Johnson, and Jeff City Jays have been working on a little bit of run most of this night. Kevin, 12-point lead. Here we go.
Lynx sagging in to try to deny any movement by Martin. He recognized it right off the bat. Kick out, open for 3. Kendrick Johnson knocks it down. He's got 2 threes and 8 in the basketball game. 2 minutes even left to go in the third quarter. Jays have their biggest lead of the night at 45-33. Again, Martin leading all scorers in the first half with 17 points. The Jays also got 5 each from Kendrick Johnson and from Will Lithicum in the first half. Judah Harris had 2. Vince Murphy with the other point for the Jays as they totaled 30 at halftime. For the Lynx, they got in the first half Zuri McClure with 8. Patrick Thompson had 6. Jordan Richardson off the bench with 4. Ethan Hester had 3. And then 2 for Yusef Sharif, and 2 as well in the first half for Josh Taylor. So that is the 25 of the first half for the Lynx. Coming into this basketball game, we were told that Jordan Martin is 69 points away from 2,000 career points at Jefferson City High School. So, David, if he continues to play the way he has, he's going to come very close, if not get the 2,000-point plateau in this tournament.
You know, Kevin, earlier in this basketball game, a former Jeff City Jay, Derek Johnson, who was the all-time leading scorer up until Jordan Martin broke that record last night, presented Jordan with the game ball. We're going to have Derek on, I believe, halftime of our last game tonight. And DJ, 1991 graduate, great player, great Jaybird. It's going to be great to have Derek and hear a nice conversation with him later on tonight.
Brewer fouled on the play, makes the first of 2. Vince Murphy checks in. Judah Harris, by the way, picked up the foul. That's his 3rd. And so at the line, Brewer sends the next one long off the back of the rim. Lunsford gets the rebound. 1:45 left to go in the third quarter. Jays by 11, 45-34. They lob it in the front court. Caught by Shepperly at the right wing. Back up top to Kendrick Johnson. Underhand feed to Murphy. Left sideline goes to Jordan Martin. Backs in on the right-hand dribble. Whistles a pass into the right corner. Caught by Kendrick Johnson. Right back into the hands of Martin on the baseline. Draws a double team. Back out Johnson. 3. A little bit long. No good. Rebound is grabbed by Patrick Thompson for the Lynx. Outlet. And it is Brewer in the backcourt. Gets it across the timeline. Thompson wide open. Puts it on the floor. Comes in the lane. Pull-up jumper. Short. Grazes the front of the iron. Goes out of bounds. Last touched by the Lynx. And the Jays get it back with 1:10 left to go in the third quarter. Jefferson City by 11, 45-34.
And after that run, Jays up by 12. We're seeing, as we suspect, some full court pressure by the Lynx.
In the backcourt with it is Murphy. Brings it across the timeline. A bounce pass to Jordan Martin in the lane. Jump stop. And a whistle. And a jump is going to be called. A guy in a hand on double team. I think it might have been Richardson that caused that jump ball to be called. Jays will keep it on the alternate possession. Judah Harris checks back in with those 3 fouls. Shepperly will check out. Another substitution. Lithicum in. Lunsford will check out right at the bucket to inbound to Kendrick Johnson. Under a minute to play in the third quarter. Jays by 11, 45-34. Kendrick Johnson lobs it. Caught by Murphy at the top of the key. Puts it on the floor. Kick out. Harris. 3. Left side. Good.
It's the first good look Judah Harris has had tonight, Kevin. He's kind of forced it a couple times with a first truly good look by Harris.
First 3 for him in the ball game. He's got 9 on the drive. Taylor with a nice shot. Looked like it almost left his hand prematurely, but it kind of went straight up in the air and down in the basket, and Taylor's got 6. Bounce pass to Murphy. Now a double team trap at the hash mark, and a whistle and a timeout will be taken. I think Coach Ethan Williams called the timeout. And they asked him, do you really want to take the timeout? I said, no, I'll keep it in my pocket. Okay.
Nothing like playing at home.
29 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Lithicum, they feed it, and it is Harris looking for a back-to-back 3. Long off the back of the iron. Rebound tipped up in the air and grabbed by the Lynx. And it'll be Brewer bringing it across the timeline with 15 seconds left to go in the third. Has it in the middle of the floor. He'll slide to the right hash mark as we step inside of 10 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Brewer with 4 points tonight, all the way around a pick set by Thompson. Gives it up, and with it, and that's an off-balance shot that's short at the buzzer. No good by Taylor. And now 3 are in the books. The Jays led by 5 at the half. They'll take a 12-point lead into the fourth quarter. After 3, Jefferson City 48, Lausanne out of Memphis, Tennessee 36. Jays basketball on KWOS returns after this 1-minute Cole County Upholstery timeout.
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're here for all of life's wins. Like when you get a new car, or new boat, or new driver, or when your son moves out, but your mom moves in, or you find out you're expecting again, or when one rental property turns into 2, then 20, or you realize they're all in Tornado Alley. Life is full of life events. Make sure you have the right policy for each of life's wins.
I'm Doug Glick with Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance. Insurance is not always a yes or no answer, especially in these turbulent times in the industry. If you're in Cole County, stop by and see me.
This is Bree with Freeman Mortuary, and we'd like to take a moment to remember those we lost this year. The day-to-day stresses of life are hard enough, and losing someone special makes those stresses even harder. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to honor your loved one. Wishing you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from our family to yours.
For 3 generations, creating meaningful ceremonies as unique as your loved one since 1961. FreemanMortuary.com.
The Jays play here on KWOS.
All right, welcome back to the opening night of the Joe Mickens Grade A Classic from the Fleming Fieldhouse. Kevin Kelly along with David Fox to start the fourth quarter. Taylor on the drive. Arching shot is good in the paint. And the first 2 points of the fourth quarter belong to Lausanne out of Memphis, Tennessee. Jays in the third quarter outscore the Lynx 18-11. Jays by 10, 48-38. Jordan Martin, three-point arc. He'll launch it. He'll hit it. That's his first 3 in the ball game. He's got 26 points. What are they going to do if the Lynx?
Yeah, with Jordan Martin, I don't know, but I was going to make a comment to good floaters. And again, here we are, nice little pick and roll action, and this Lynx team is not going to go away. Nice feed and the finish. But I'll agree with you. At some point in time, you've got to do something with Jordan Martin, right? I don't know if he can. In the lane, Martin spins in traffic, feeds it in the corner. Murphy to Lithicum, right in front of the basket, shot off the back of the rim, no good. Martin gets the rebound, a 3 from the right sideline, knocks it down. See what I mean? I'm not going to disagree. Bounce pass, McClure in traffic. Pull-up jumper, scrapes the back of the rim. Ball tip, controlled by Will Lithicum. How about the game Will Lithicum's played tonight for the Jays? It's been a great game, both ends of the floor. Kendrick Johnson has 8 points, and he'll walk it across the timeline. Jays by 14, 54-40. He hands it off to Martin. One hands a pass to work it in the right corner to Murphy. Bounce pass to Martin, spins, and a whistle and a foul will be called against the Lynx. You talk about the game Will Lithicum has had, Kevin. It's the most aggressive I've seen him play this year, and the most confident. He's looking to score. It's been a great game for number 1, 3 and white. Sharif picks up the foul, his third in the basketball game. Martin goes to the line, working on a 29-point night. The first one is away and good. Again, he has 5 dunks in the basketball game. 30 now on the score sheet. Has another one coming. It's on the way and good. 6:15 left to go in the ball game. Jays by 16. Sharif, right wing 15-footer, scrapes the iron, no good. Martin gets the rebound, underhand feed. Here comes Kendrick Johnson back the other way in the lane. Circles back out to the right hash mark with the right-hand dribble. He's picked up over there by Brewer. Feeds it in the corner, caught by Murphy, spins, gets around his man, goes to the basket, whistle and a foul. They're going to call Murphy for wrapping that arm around to get around Taylor on the baseline. So the foul will go against Murphy. Yeah, the old hook. Easy call that time by the officials. By the way, it's always so good for you and Tom to talk to Roger McFeeters, who's the director of the JCBOA Official Association. Man, they do a great job. We've had great officiating so far in this basketball game. Sometimes some unsung heroes. Very not popular a lot of times, but boy, they've done a great job so far in this tournament. But down in the paint, and Yusef Sharif finishes off the glass, and a timeout taken by the Jays with 5:43 left to go in the contest. Jefferson City 56, Lausanne 42. We're back with more after this 1-minute Cole County Upholstery timeout.
This is Bree with Freeman Mortuary, and we'd like to take a moment to remember those we lost this year. The day-to-day stresses of life are hard enough, and losing someone special makes those stresses even harder. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to honor your loved one. Wishing you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from our family to yours.
For 3 generations, creating meaningful ceremonies as unique as your loved one since 1961. FreemanMortuary.com.
At MU Healthcare, our sports medicine team knows what it takes to compete because we're competitors too, upping our game day in and day out to be the best doctors for Mid-Missouri athletes. Whether that's competing to be one of 11 orthopedic centers of excellence in the country or cheering alongside the Mizzou Tigers as their team physicians, we've got everything athletes need to be and stay at their best. MUHealth.org/expert injury care. Because we're competitors too.
The Jays play here on KWOS.
All right, 5:43 left to go in regulation. It's a 14-point lead for the Jays at 56-42. Welcome back, Kevin Kelly, along with David Fox. Off the timeout, the Lynx will go to a full-court press.
Knew this was coming. 14-point lead by the Jays. Kevin from Capital City, first quarter score. Kansas City, DeSion 12. Elias Lady Crusaders 9.
Jays break the pressure, had a 4-on-1, tried to lob to Martin, and it's intercepted. The Lynx back the other way. Reverse layup is good by Zuri McClure. He's in double figures with 10. And now it's 56-44 in favor of the Jays. Martin across the timeline. Works against Taylor. Feeds it to the corner to Murphy on the baseline. Fires a two-handed pass to the top of the key. Open Shepperly. 3 is away. Long off the back of the iron. Long rebound comes to Jackson. And they've got a chance to get the deficit under double digits. Catching 3 is away off the front of the iron. Shot taken by Taylor in the corner. Rebound to Sharif. He hands it back into the hands of Joshua Taylor. And Taylor has it at the left hash mark. Puts it on the floor. Comes to the foul line. Weaves through traffic. Switches hands on the dribbles. He puts it up against Martin. It's no good off the glass. Rebound Jays. Martin back the other way. Cuts to his left. Comes in. Switches hand on the dribble. Moves it from the right to the left. Kisses it off the glass on the drive, off the window. It's got 33 in the ball game. Jays up 58-44. McClure in traffic, pull-up jumper just inside the foul line. Good.
Back and forth we go, Kevin. And
we don't need a 35-second shot clock.
What? No doubt. But, you know, Lausanne's going to have, excuse me, I didn't interrupt that nice shot by Kendrick Johnson, but they're going to have to get a stop, and I don't know that they can. They're doing the same thing to Jeff City, but when you got a 14-point cushion with 4 minutes to go, obviously advantage Jeff City.
3 left corner is good. Shot taken by Zuri McClure, and a timeout taken by the Lynx. He's got 15, first 3 in the ball game for him. So the Lynx call a timeout with 4:06 left to go in the basketball game. It is Jefferson City 60, Lausanne out of Memphis, Tennessee 49, and we are back with more basketball from the Joe Mockins Grade A Classic after this 1-minute Cole County Upholstery timeout.
The holidays, usually busy, often stressful. Well, let Bax Homeworks lighten the load. Call Bax and schedule that indoor remodeling job now. Bax Homeworks can even install a gas fireplace to keep your family warm and cozy this winter. Want to have the best Christmas lights on the block but don't have the time or energy? Let Bax Homeworks handle it. With affordable hourly rates, professional handymen are ready to help. Check out Bax Homeworks on Facebook for monthly giveaways. There's more at BaxHomeworks.com.
When you got big plans for your property, whether it's tearing it down, cleaning it out, or cleaning it up, Wreck and Roll gets the job done and done right. Dumpster rentals? Check. Demo crews? You bet. Full site cleanup? Absolutely. They are Wreck and Roll. Let them handle the heavy lifting. And be sure to follow them on Facebook and visit wreckandroll.net to find all the ways they serve Jefferson City, Columbia, Lake of the Ozarks, and Eldon. Get ready to wreck and roll.
This is Jefferson City Jay basketball on News Radio KWOS.
All right, welcome back as we return to action. The Jays get it in the paint to Jordan Martin as he tries to spin off the dribble. Reach and foul will be called on the Lynx with 3:50 left to go in the ballgame. Jays by 11, 60-49. Talk about consistent. How about this tonight for Jordan Martin? 17 points in the first half. 16 so far in the second half.
Yeah, and look where he's getting it, where he wants. Hit a couple threes tonight, which is certainly great to see. Kevin, you talk about Lausanne now. Full court pressure wasn't working, so they've gone to more of a half court trap. Jeff said he's still in attack mode as they should be. Ball stays with the Jays out of bounds underneath.
Shot by Harris was no good. Knocked out of bounds by the Lynx on the rebound. Johnson lobs it up to the left hash mark where it's caught by Vince Murphy. Bounce pass to Martin. Martin in the paint. They kick out in the left corner to Harris. Now to Johnson. Puts it on the floor. Tries to back it against Jackson. Good defense by the Lynx. And they get it back up top to Harris. Johnson dumps it down left wing. Back to the basket. Backing in on the dribble. Spinning to his left. Martin. A kick out in the corner. Murphy pulls it off the floor. Puts it on the floor, and double dribble is going to be called with 3:17. Good defensive possession that time. The problem was it took a lot of time off the clock. Only 3:17 left to go in the contest.
Kevin, that's a call you don't see very often, but it's the correct call. The ball hit the floor. He had possession, correct? He picked it up, and then he dribbled. It's the correct call. It's something you just don't see very often.
McClure on the drive. Shot no good. Didn't have enough to get over off the glass from the iron. Rebound Martin in traffic. Finger roll is no good, but he draws the foul as he goes coast to coast with the basketball.
I'm not so sure sometimes, certainly if I was playing, the best option trying to stop Jordan Martin is just get out of the way. Turn around and watch it. I mean,
either that or tell him that the game is actually at 6:30 when it's at 8.
Yeah, or it's at Capital City, not at Jeff City. No, I couldn't agree with you more.
First one rolls the rim and no good. He's fun to watch, isn't he?
And how fortunate are we to be able to...
He's been fun to watch since he was a freshman.
Oh, man. Special talent and a great kid.
Makes 1 out of 2 from the foul line, 34 tonight. And as you know, and all Jefferson City knows, he's a heck of a baseball player on top of being a great basketball player.
Absolutely.
McClure, three-point arc, puts it on the floor, works against Martin, spins in traffic. The kick out to Hester. He comes to the foul line, turns, hands it off. Brewer, jumper's good, just inside the arc. Brewer's got 6 in the basketball game, 61-51. Jays by 10 with 2:38 left to go in the ball game. Murphy gets it to Martin. Tell you what, this is a good effort tonight by the Lynx in this opening round game.
This game is not over.
Nope.
Think about years, and now we'll talk about the shot clock a little bit because you can't hold it.
Yep. And the chip and the steal by the Lynx. Open in the corner. 3 is away and good
like I just
by
said.
Patrick Thompson.
Absolutely. And just
He's
like
got
that.
9.
7-point game.
Yep. The lead is 7. Martin across the timeline. Drives baseline, and a whistle and a foul will be called on Richardson. That'll be his 3rd in the basketball game with 2:09 left to go in the contest. I wasn't saying that the Lynx couldn't win this game, but I'm saying that they have played really well here tonight. And there were a couple of times where this game could have gotten away from them, and they made sure it didn't.
You know, their style of play kind of, makes you feel that way. Sometimes they let people get away, but again, with their ability to shoot the basketball, and again, a lot of their shots have been uncontested by this Jeff City zone tonight, so they've had some great looks.
Harris, double team, and a steal by Hester. Hester at the other end, puts up the shot, no good. Rebound, and Kendrick Johnson got it against 2 Lynx in the paint. That's a key board by Kendrick Johnson. Not able to convert on the drive as it laid on the back of the rim, and a whistle and a foul up top, and Patrick Thompson is going to pick up the personal foul. That'll be team foul number 5. That'll send the Jays to the line for 2 with 1:41 left to go in the ball game.
Kevin, that was such a great play by Kendrick on the other end, getting that defensive rebound off the turnover. And now here we are, as you and I talk about all the time, in the 4th quarter of a tight game. How important is it from the charity stripe, knocking down free throws?
Hester checks out. Back in is Taylor. First one was long and no good for Kendrick Johnson. It remains a 7-point lead for the Jays at 61-54 with 1:41 left to go in the ball game. Johnson with 10 points tonight. Eisen sends the next one. It's good. So the Jays with 2 in double figures so far tonight. Martin with 34. Johnson with 11. Back the other way. Brewer feeds it. And on the runner right wing, Thompson shot, grazes the front of the iron, no good, and another board, another key rebound for Kendrick Johnson, late for Jefferson City. He's across the timeline, underhands the pass to Jordan Martin. Martin works against Thompson, or Sharif, and Sharif will pick up the foul. And that's his 4th in the ball game. Stops the clock with 1:19 left, and the Jays up by 8, 62-54. So far tonight, we've had Union over the Eugene Eagles. Union out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. First of 2 is away and good for Martin. He's got 35. So, again, let's go back to that for just a second. Union, Oklahoma winning 88-77 over Eugene. Then Montgomery County beating Capital City 64-37. Martin makes the second. He's got 36. Jays by 10, 64-54. On the drive, McClure in traffic whistle, and a foul's going to be called at the left wing on the drive. Stops the clock with 1:12 left to go in the ball game. Jays hold on here. They'll be in that second semifinal game tomorrow night, which is a scheduled tip-off at 8:30. They'll await the winner of the ball game between Charlotte, Florida, and the Helias Crusaders. And a 3 on the inbounds pass is good by Josh Taylor. So the Lynx not going away. Taylor now with 11 in the basketball game. 1:08 left to go in the contest. Jefferson City 64, Lausanne 57. Back with more basketball after this 30-second Cole County Upholstery timeout.
This is Bree with Freeman Mortuary, and we'd like to take a moment to remember those we lost this year. The day-to-day stresses of life are hard enough, and losing someone special makes those stresses even harder. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to honor your loved one. Wishing you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from our family to yours.
For 3 generations, creating meaningful ceremonies as unique as your loved one since 1961. FreemanMortuary.com.
Jays basketball on KWOS.
All right, welcome back to the Fleming Fieldhouse. Kevin Kelly along with David Fox. And as the Jays try to inbound it, a foul will be called against the Lynx. And we will walk to the other end, and Jordan Martin will go to the line with 1:08 left to go in the basketball game. Between our second and third broadcast, a great Jefferson City Jay, Derek Johnson, will join David Fox. Martin at the line. First one is good. Derek was the all-time leading scorer for Jefferson City until Jordan Martin broke that last year. Derek Johnson will be our guest between games. Second one in and out, no good. Rebound comes to the Lynx, and quickly McClure feeds it into the corner. Bounce pass kicked out of play. Pass from Taylor intended for McClure, kicked out of play by Jordan Martin. And so with 1 minute even left to go in the ball game, McClure will inbound it. No, he'll take Patrick Thompson instead over the sideline, and he gets it into McClure. McClure on the baseline, reverse layup is good. How about that freshman? 17 points tonight for him.
He's been very impressive. One timeout by Lausanne. Obviously their coach is trying to get them. Quick turnover, if not, foul maybe here at half court.
Martin at the three-point arc, and a whistle and a foul call on Taylor.
And again, free throw line.
Stops the clock with 45 seconds left.
Jordan Martin has a chance to add to that 37-point outing tonight. If you're Lausanne, you got to score quick. As I said, you've got one timeout left, and hope that maybe Jeff City doesn't make some free throws.
Martin eyes and sends the first one. It's good. He is up to 38. Checking in, Jordan Richardson. Checking out is Yusef Sharif.
What a performance.
66-59 Jays.
It's almost become an expectation, hasn't it, Kevin?
39 now for Jordan Martin. No one's been able to stop him so far this year, David. McClure in the lane. Reverse layup is away. No good as it hits off the glass, off the back of the rim. Jays get the rebound. Judah Harris will bring it up with a half a minute left to go. Lobs it, and it's grabbed by Martin at the left hash mark. Feeds it into the corner to Vince Murphy. Bounce pass left wing to Judah Harris. He's tied up on a double team. A whistle and a reach-in foul is going to be called. I think the Jays call the timeout first with 18 seconds left to go in the basketball game. Jefferson City 67. Lausanne out of Memphis, Tennessee 59. And we're back with those final seconds of our second game here on KWOS after this 30-second Cole County Upholstery timeout.
Welcome to the show. You could call it swagger. You could call it a vibe. You could call it confidence. You could call it cool. Or you could call it exactly as it is, Tiger Pride. Show your Mizzou spirit with the Tiger Checking Card, only from Central Bank. Sign up today at tigerchecking.com. Central Bank. Strong roots, endless possibilities. Member FDIC.
The Jays play here on KWOS.
All right, left of the bucket. Murphy inbounds it for Jefferson City, and Judah Harris is fouled as he keeps the basketball away from Richardson. Richardson will pick up his fourth. Harris will go to the line with 16 seconds left to go in the contest. Jays by 8, 67-59. Judah Harris has a chance to join Martin and Johnson in double figures, and he does as he makes the first of two. So Harris now with 10 of the basketball game. Hester will check in for the Lynx with 16 seconds left to go in the basketball game, and it looks like the Jays will advance to the semifinals tomorrow night. Await the winner of the ball game still to come between Elias and Charlotte, Florida. The next one is away and good, and Harris has 11. They inbound in the backcourt. Hester trips, maintains possession of the basketball, gets it to McClure, and a long-distance three is away and good. Shot taken by Harper. First points in the basketball game for Harper. Jays will just inbound it, hold on to the basketball, and the buzzer sounds, and the Jays will win this one by 7 tonight and advance to the semifinals. Your final score, Jefferson City 69, Lausanne out of Memphis, Tennessee 62. And we're back with your totals after this 1-minute Cole County Upholstery timeout.
Whether it's for normal wear and tear on your car's interior or the dog deciding to chow down on that one cushion of the couch, you need a reliable guy to keep your upholstery intact. That's Bob at Cole County Upholstery. He specializes in automotive, marine, and furniture upholstery projects. And